Hey everybody, it's Mr. Kwood. Today we're going to work on making a bar graph to organize our data. The other day we used a picture graph, and if you watched that video, remember that we did Calvin's Hot Wheel cars where we had 4 or 5 different colors of cars, and for each car in our graph we drew a picture of a car. Okay, so that's a little bit simpler. Today we're going to use fruit when we're making a smoothie because it's lunchtime here at my house, and Calvin and Magnolia love to drink smoothies with their lunch. So I cut some fruit up, and what we're going to do first is we're going to make a table out of the amount of fruit that I put into my blender here. So I have banana slices, I have blackberries, orange chunks, and apple slices. And the reason I'm not using whole bananas for this is that I want my fruits, the amounts or the portions of fruits that I put into the blender to be about the same size. If I use a whole banana, that'd be a lot bigger than a blackberry. Same thing with my oranges. I put it into chunks because if I put a whole orange in the blender, that wouldn't be the same portion as like a blackberry. So what I'll do is I'll count how many banana slices I put in, and then I'll record it in my table. Okay? Same with blackberry, orange chunk, and apple slices. So we love bananas, so I'm going to probably put a lot of banana slices in this smoothie because it makes it a little bit sweeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That looks pretty good. I'll leave the rest to eat for later. Okay, so I have 11 banana slices. Okay, next I'll use blackberry. Okay, so I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put one more in, and I don't want to put as much blackberry in because they have little seeds in them, and Mrs. Kwood doesn't really like to eat the seeds in her smoothie. So there's 7 blackberries. All right, now I got orange chunks, and these are those Cara oranges that are kind of like a pinkish red. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll put 5 and 6. 6 orange chunks, and I have an orange marker. Perfect. Last one is apple slices. These are Honeycrisp apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do 10. 10. So I put 10. I got a red marker for the apple slices. All right. Let's go make the rest of our smoothie. We got more fruit in the blender, and this is a little bonus cooking section for you guys about how we usually make our smoothies. It's real simple. 4 ingredients. You need your fruit, and I usually fill the blender about 1/3 to halfway full of whatever fruit you want to throw in there. You can throw anything in, any fruit you want. Then I usually put the ice in. So we just have ice trays. I usually throw in, I don't know, between 8 and 10 ice cubes. So it kind of fills it up about to 3/4 the way full. That looks about good. Then we like to use Greek vanilla yogurt because it has a lot of protein in it. But you can use pretty much any yogurt you want, and usually put it like 2 big scoops of yogurt in there. And the last ingredient is milk. Any milk you want. If you want to spice it up, you can use chocolate milk too, but I usually fill it until it looks like half the blender, maybe a little less, just about like that. Has milk in it. Probably around a cup, give or take. So I didn't have to measure anything, just so it looks like this. And then we'll blend it up and get it ready to eat. Calvin and Magnolia. Calvin's got his Paw Patrol cup, and Maggie's got her special cup that she borrowed from Mrs. Kwood, so we won't fill hers too much. And I'll leave some for Mrs. Kwood because she loves these. Alright, here's Calvin and Magnolia. You guys like the smoothies? Mm-hmm. Maggie, is it good? Mm-hmm. No! Oh, no. Well, why do you keep drinking it if it's not good? I don't know. I think she's lying. I think she really likes it. Alright, let's go make our graph. Back in the dining room, we're going to make our bar graph now that Maggie and Calvin are satisfied with their smoothies in the other room. So, I'm taking the amount that I have in my table, the data that I've collected, and I'm going to make a bar that goes that far in the graph. I can look at the bottom of my graph at these numbers, okay? And each number represents one of these objects. Now, my bar, the bigger it is, the bigger my number is going to be. So I have 11 banana slices. So my bar for banana slices has to go all the way out to 11, the 11 line right here. And then I just make a little bar. It doesn't have to be perfect. I shade it in just like that. Next is blackberries. Look at my purple marker. Blackberries had 7. So I find 7 at the bottom, and that's each line, or each number's got a dotted line, and go up to the blackberries right here. And I know that's where my bar is going to end. So I draw my bar out to where the 7 line is, and I shade it in. Next is orange chunks. Get my orange marker. I have 6 of those, so I'm going to find the 6 at the bottom. I'm going to go up to the orange chunks section and draw my bar for orange chunks. Good. Last but not least, the apple slices. And we put 10 apple slices in there, so I'm going to go all the way out to where the 10 is. Put my line there with red, and then draw a bar that goes out to that 10. And shade it in as best I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. My red's starting to die on me. I need a new pack of markers for next year. Okay, now we got our few questions here. Which fruit was used the most? This is probably our favorite fruit to make smoothies with, so we use the most of it. You can use your table and see which amount was the largest, or you can look at your bar graph and see which bar was the longest. And I know it's not blackberries or orange because those are pretty short. I see banana slices goes all the way to the edge. Apple slices is kind of like one behind. They had 10, so banana had 11. So my fruit that was used the most is banana. Okay, which fruit was used the least? This is the one we didn't put we put the least amount in. The fewest of these things went into our smoothie. So I see on my table the smallest number 6. If I look at my graph, the shortest bar would be the least, and that's for orange chunks. Next one asks me, how many orange chunks and apple slices were there combined? The word combined, I know that when I take two things and put them together, that's when I combine. So when in math, when I take two things and put them together, it's the same as adding. So I'm going to take my orange chunks number, which is 6, my apple slices number, which is 10, and I'm going to combine them. 10, I can do that kind of off here in the white space, or I can put that right on the line. 10 plus 6 equals 16. Okay, so my answer here is 16, and my label would be, I'll just put an abbreviation, OC for orange chunks, and AS for apple slices. Okay, there's my label. Next one. How many more banana slices were there than blackberries? How many more? If I'm trying to find how many more, I'm finding a difference. When I find a difference in math, that means I need to subtract. So, how many more banana slices? Okay, first I know banana slices went all the way to the end, and the end was 11. So I have 11 banana slices. Blackberries, 7. So I'm doing 11 minus 7. I wouldn't do 7 minus 11. That wouldn't give me a number that would make sense. So here I got 11 minus 7. That equals 4. 4 more banana slices. And I'll just put ban slice as best I can to fit it on the end of my chart. So, to wrap everything up, we made a bar graph with some amounts of fruit that we put in a smoothie, and we drew a bar across for the different amounts that we made that went along with our table. And you want to make the chart too? And that's our math lesson for today. So guys, check your e-learning lessons and Seesaw and Showy to go along with the bar graph lesson in Envisions. See ya.